Perhaps.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna turn myself on shouting so you can hear me there. Alright, so it's been a minute. So we're gonna do some recapping.
Do we wait for multi?
I think you're still playing dress up, so.
Yeah.
Well, we might as well just get vibe briefing so we can get this underway. For those who actually care about doing the plan can get it going. Right. Anyway, so over the course of the months that you guys have been here, you have been doing a lot of anti-guerrilla operations, you know, yada yada. The most recent big notes were 2 sessions ago. You eventually, through evidence, arrested the governor for essentially aiding the guerrilla efforts and discovered that there was going to be a very large offensive very soon. Last time, you guys ran around and hit a couple hot spots, made a deal with one of the local groups, the Union, I believe was their name, and also dealt with an enemy AA net that was being set up on the Fermal Veloso or Utsamudu Island. Dealt with that and stole some artillery and some other stuff out in Lindy Bay, I think. Now, you guys set out a call for assistance from some other PMCs and Atlas itself, and they've mobilized what they can to deal with the enemy offensive that's inbound. Now, we know the enemy's going to be mostly hitting along these 4 points. The primarily 2 will be the blue and red lines, respectively. Those will be the 2 heaviest attack vectors the enemy's coming in, followed by the green line, with the purple line being more than likely not hit. It's more of a reserve position. But the enemy could try to do some force encirclement that way. The forces you guys have at your disposal, besides yourselves, is the Atlas PMC group. They have 2 heavily armed squads and 2 tanks in their arsenal. They're probably the strongest piece you guys have besides yourselves. Followed by the Leadmakers PMC that you guys brought in. They've got 2 fairly strong squads and 1 tank and APC.
Hey guys, where you at?
Probably been playing dress up this whole time.
Briefing room.
There's no way he knows where the briefing room is.
Oh no, God.
Pants is with him.
Pants was right there.
Oh, Pants is right here.
Well,
Alright. Alright, where was I? Followed by that, you have the Union volunteers that have showed up. They're pretty lightly armed and don't really have a whole lot of AT, so they're decently strong, but they're not going to be able to hold up as much in a head-on fight as some of the other groups would. And the last group is a platoon of war robots that just have assault rifles. So they pretty much have no AT capability, but they won't morale break. They'll just hold wherever you put them until they die. You have to decide where you want what pieces to go. If you want to leave one of them reserve and you take one of the lines, or if you want to leave yourselves in reserve and just go reinforce where needed, that's up to you guys. I don't really care. That was the original plan Atlas was going with, but they're leaving the decision up to you guys, seeing as you guys have a lot more combat experience than everyone else here. Any questions about any of that so far?
The second PFC Leadmaker, what is it again that they have?
They got 2 pretty heavily armed squads, about like what you guys would be packing, and then they also, I believe, let me double check where I put them on the map so I can not lie. They have at least 1 heavy APC. I think they also have... Yeah, they have 1 light tank Imperial, and then a Saurus APC, and then 2 heavy squads. They're probably your second strongest piece on the board. Only because Atlas brought 2 tanks with them instead of 1.
Yeah, it is mostly just looking, because I think like at the very least the 2 weakest squads will be like Vumba and the other area.
And those are the 2 to... Green will probably get hit just because there's a road there, but it's not a very good road and it's very hilly, so you won't be expecting any heavier stuff coming that way. The other 2 roads, especially along the blue line, are the most developed road networks and fairly flat terrain, so it's a lot easier for them to move on.
Yeah.
And we're going off what plans we stole from them as well, so...
I barely remember anything.
That's fine.
I was thinking maybe Atlas sort of like protect the hospital, so to say, and then Leadmaker takes the northwest. The infantry, what was it like?
Union.
The Union probably takes Vumba, and then the machines are over by the purple area. That's my idea.
That's what you guys want to do.
The points that are marked on the map, as Governor mentioned, they're the actual targets.
Oh, those are where the Atlas engineers have been setting up fortifications ahead of time, so they're just going to be the strongest defensive points. When you guys raided the governor's mansion, the governor had a full like map layout of the enemy's attack routes, and we haven't leaked that we have that. They don't even know that the governor's been taken yet. So we're essentially making little ambushes right inside of town where they're coming in from. So the only reason I marked the hospital and governor's mansion is they're just like points of interest / try not to blow those up if possible. But
I think another thing is I'll probably have like my reason for like putting the Leadmaker where red is and Atlas where blue is mostly just how open terrain can be. Because if you've got 2 tanks, if you're bogged down in a city, there's not much that they can really, more likely to get hit, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's what you guys want to recommend. I mean, they're your 2 strongest pieces. They're the least likely to buckle or be able to repel an offensive out of all the groups.
Yeah, I feel like whether they're at one or the other, they'll hold. The Union, the reason I put it at Vumba is like in case like a vehicle does come down there, they'll have at least something to take it out.
Yeah, the
Shouldn't be
Atlas didn't
anything
have
heavy.
anything spare. They had given most of their spare AT to the Union ahead of time, so they just some of the rifles you guys sold them last time they just used to arm the robots with. They had a larger stockpile of mechs here than they actually had equipment for, so
We saw them in melee, so they're capable.
yeah, I mean it's still a robot. Like against infantry, they should be fine.
Because if anything does come back here, it should just be infantry if it does. So.
And they do have commander bots with them, so as soon as they make any kind of contact, they'll upload a signal saying, they're engaged. And the nice thing about the robots is as soon as we lose signal with them, we know they're dead, so we know if they're winning or not. So even if they fail, no lives are lost, and you'll still know how they're doing ahead of time. The other groups, who knows? The Union's probably the one that's most likely to morale buckle if they get hit hard, but they also are passionate about their, they're the ones that actually live here local-wise, so.
And they're close enough that we can run in their direction if we need help.
Yeah. And they've been fighting a little pseudo-guerrilla war against the guys that we're dealing with today anyway, so it's not like they're completely inexperienced. Just compared to the other pieces you have on the board, they have the least, they're essentially just raised militia, more or less. So they're not going to be the best around.
No one's ever going to bring you down.
Yeah. So, does anyone have any complaints with Vi's plan? Everyone just going to go with that? Anyone else have any questions or input?
Since the last of us, we should expect basically any kind of asset to be thrown at us.
From what we could tell from the enemy's intel that we got from the governor, he's been leaking them a variety of small arms, AT. There was a shipment of AA missiles that were given a while back, so aircraft are going to be in a little bit of a spice. After action reports where you guys found a couple FOB base notes when you guys found that artillery nest, the Red Hawks went and bombed those positions, and after action scanning showed they did have some wrecked armored vehicles there, so you can probably expect maybe some actual armored Vics coming in. We don't have any evidence of any aircraft or anything. Atlas is recommending running a no-fly operation for anything, so that the Red Hawks can just freely engage anything they see in the sky without having to go up the chain of command for it. But if you guys want to bring your aircraft in, you can, and we can get that cleared. It just might hinder Red Hawk a little bit.
Probably better if we don't
Yeah,
have
to
the
leave
aircraft.
it.
Now we
Straight to
still,
their zone.
as of right now, we're like in setting, this is like a day before the operation starts. So you guys will have plenty of time to fly over there, however you want to get there, ahead of time before the aircraft get regrounded. But if we knew the enemy had aircraft or not, we'd have a little bit more free reign. But seeing as we don't know, we don't want to waste precious seconds with the flyboys.
Yeah.
On their ability to engage a potential hostile air or not, if there is one. Plus, then they can freely do whatever attack and cast runs. Which, on that note, they will be running 2 cat dedicated and 2 cast. They're running a pretty heavy payload today. They'll have bombs, rockets, guns. The usual works. They'll be flying around the lines as needed. Yeah, they're both flying. They're flying multi-role, custom modified. The 1 strike bat bombers. So they're all able to do all operation stuff. So they'll probably only keep 2 on active cast duty while the other 2 are caps. They can keep planes up at all times. But they're still working that out themselves. So if you need air support, you can call it in. Atlas hasn't authorized any funding for any usage of the missiles off the ships yet, just because it'd be pretty extreme collateral. But I did bring it up with them when they're leaving it on the table. If something drastic happens, they might open that egg.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, if you're, like, getting pushed by, like, 60 tanks or something, yeah, just radio that up, and we can probably get that clear, but the likelihood of them having that many is pretty low.
Yeah, no. We should...
I just know you guys always ask if for any possible opportunity to shoot a ship missile at a ground target, so I usually go ahead and ask it for them ahead of time. See if they're gonna allow it or not.
HUD or someone else asking that.
I mean, you know, it's a tomahawk rule, right? It's like, why are you gonna throw your bodies at her? Or are you just gonna fucking tomahawk the motherfucker and move on with your life? Like, Tomahawk missile.
So those are where those groups should be chilling.
Yeah,
I guess we're just mobile. Just
it's up to you if you guys want to. I mean, technically, you guys could just take one of the positions for yourselves and leave one of the other forces in reserve if you want, or you can leave yourselves as the pieces in reserve and just reinforce whatever lines are struggling. It's up to you guys. Like, if you guys are like, I want to dig in at blue and leave the robots in reserve or something, that's entirely your choice.
Probably best for us to be QRF rather than relying on the AI to do that.
They do hate padding.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll just, we'll respond.
Sure.
Or we could just like split up between the 2 positions or something.
I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to spread yourselves out to other positions, that's your guys' ballpark, so however you want to play it, I'll accommodate it as best I can.
I mean, looking at the long lines, I'd be happy sitting somewhere with a sniper.
Yeah, if you guys want to... The cities, obviously, civilians have all been evacuated. That was going on last time. They left the bigger city areas in the north to last minute to not, like, reveal our hand that we knew they were coming. So, they've pretty much allowed infrastructure usage at will. If you need to be entering buildings, that's fine. And if you want to pre-drop some people in some of the taller skyscrapers or whatever via aircraft before deployment, that's completely alright, too. There's a couple modern structures in there that you could get some people up on top of.
Sounds fun.
Trying to look at fucking unit composition amongst us.
There's 8 of us.
I think there's 8 of you, potentially 1 or 2 more late joiners. So.
We could have 2 3-man rifle team and
Charlie, thank you for the raid.
or someone with a sniper and a spotter.
Like on the hospital
hello.
sniper, 80 guy.
I mean, not the
That
hospital
one.
itself, but whatever big building is most central.
I mean, hospital has a very nice line through the road. So I'm
Yeah, but
thinking-
we don't know. Like, I don't remember where the big buildings are in the town.
They're kind of around the central gas stations, that like central block here. This is where most of the skyscrapers are.
Yeah, I'm thinking like this line is definitely sniper-like. And if you go to middle, you like split.
I
but
believe
if you
the hospital is
that.
a 2-story at most.
Yeah,
It's probably the
there's
big one.
actual skyscraper we could probably get on
Yeah,
top
there's
of with a
probably
sniper here.
one right there from what I remember. Either a construction building or a.
Yeah, I unfortunately can't redo the maps building icons, but yeah, there's
The
a
map is the normal map. These
yeah,
skyscraper are not on it.
there is a plethora of skyscrapers of various sizes there. Yeah, they like that merchant armor set quite a bit for that reason.
I mean, yeah, if you want to sit on skyscraper, then probably just with a spotter, so not to like waste the third guy, pretty much.
Hmm. And, brain's a little frazzled.
Take your time. No hurry.
I guess thing is we have some people who haven't been in this campaign for a while or most of the session. Reference this monitor to my left. There's the friendly infantry on the ground are either robots, which are pretty easily identifiable as robots. The enemy doesn't have any. The Atlas forces are in jet black armor that you can see in that photo there. Leadmaker's wearing basically the same armor they are, but in like a greenish pattern. And then the Civi Union forces are essentially wearing dad hat with some military kit on top of it. So, and the enemy's been wearing the
No
same
matter
gear they
how
always have, the Mercer armor.
Someone who looks like Dev, don't shoot at them.
There you go.
Sadi, who would you take with you?
Whoever wants to spot for me.
I will
Or
do it.
either be a rifle too, doesn't matter.
I don't mind like 2 or 3 people being up there. Probably 2 for the best.
Yeah,
and then,
2 probably. We're not that many.
I would go
Good.
spotter with you.
Cool.
and then what is it? That leaves 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Who's taking? Oh, what would we need? Probably like an MG and an AT in case.
And if you have 2 times 3, 2 MGs, 2 ATs, 2 rifles.
That could work.
You could always send
So-
whoever at DS is the spotter, you could send him up with an AA launcher too, just so he's on top of a building with one in case the enemy does have their assets.
Yeah.
We're pretty confident they don't, but if you want to play it safe, that's always an option you have.
But we also have aircraft of our own, the
Yeah.
Angels. So
We have a frog, yes, but it requires just one
If you were
person to
grounding
fly.
it though,
we're grounding aircraft.
yeah. So ignore the
So
frog.
if anything's
go for
in the air, it's either the friendly AI aircraft or hostile.
I mean, even if the enemy has aircraft, the likelihood of it reaching you is pretty minimal, but
Yeah.
just
That would
because
be
it's
a
likely
shame.
not to happen doesn't mean it can't.
With the
Yeah.
jet.
I mean, Sign can just take.
You guys have like
what,
30
a
launchers in
rocket
your
with,
arsenal
like-
anyway, so.
Yeah, take a launcher with like what,
Okay.
2 or
Well,
3.
take an anti-air with me.
Yeah, look at the picture. That jet is friendly, and it's likely what he's gonna see.
Yeah.
Don't shoot at the cool.
Yeah, if you see
cool
a
white
giant
and red one.
bomber ass plane, there's 4 of them, and those are the friendlies. But after you guys are deployed on the ground and the operation starts, there won't be any other friendly aircraft in the area. So, unless it's one, if it's not one of those bombers, call it in. But otherwise,
Okay.
Sadi's sniping, which means that Tacoma, Moxie, Pants, and QJ get to fight over what they're taking.
hey Wolfie.
Yeah, I'll do 80 as usual.
MG. So you got me
Alright.
then.
What was that, Kama?
Was that the rifle for me then? Since they say MG80.
We might be splitting in teams of 2, well, teams of 3. There's
like
a
double.
chance of that.
2
So,
MGs, 2 ATs, yeah.
you could take an MG if you wanted, or an AT.
I can try an MG then.
And then Pants would be AT.
And seeing as you guys are on technically the day before the op, Atlas stuff would still be arriving today. So if you had any last minute purchase requests before deployment, we can do a shopping session before you deploy if we need.
No, I don't think
I
we're
have
doing-
no idea.
I think you guys stockpiled up on everything at the end of last time. You guys
Yeah.
resupplied
The only
yourselves.
thing we would need is ammunition, and we did a stockpile of that already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be good.
Don't need anything special.
Yeah, Ops, thanks for watching Lurking. I appreciate it. I saw your posture check as well. I'm sitting like a gremlin. Alright, time to set up the... They mark, yeah, they want Atlas forces. These boys.
And this is where my butt already grabbed stuff because I knew what I was going to end up doing anyway.
Other one. Stamina or damage. One officer, which I'll leave in the back. Just I'll turn his simulation off. I toggle them all to not take damage, but I didn't. Yeah, but they take casualties. I'm pretty sure I did an editor, but there wasn't a. They're gonna be kidding themselves for a few minutes, so that's not good. Polish off this group and the lead maker. Just because I need to be a little careful they don't get AI meme. I'll just play it safe. Just in case. There aren't any music or anything playing right now, guys. I got like CPU's being a little funky today, so I don't want to. Yeah, I think they are invincible. It's not logging it. One squad here. They're gonna put one here. I copy these guys' weapons from the same gear. I'll leave it be for now. So then this group, we'll put them in the building. Alright. So we need to do some AI garrison group within 50 even filling. Oh no, we gotta do Ace AI. Oh, we can teleport them that way. Teleport, yes, even filling, 50 years. Yeah, they filled that trench for the most part. Put these guys in here, and then do garrison. Oh, yep, garrison group. Do 10 with the teleport. They didn't really want to load them in that building, huh? Didn't really go the way I thought it would. I'm gonna put then garrison group. Fine. Same thing over here with this group. I just perfect layout, but good enough. Okay, then they wanted the blue group. Love if I tell. Lead makers would be pretty likely to put their tank in building. Probably put this one.
We've got fucking Mr. Shepard with his Kodiak. Or M8, whatever it was called.
Probably park their truck.
Moti, you look normal for once.
Hmm?
No? Okay, yeah. I don't like the hoodie. It's too big. I would have put hoodie, but look at this. It's fucking ass.
I mean, the No Man's Sky helmet is nice, but the hood, the hood with that helmet doesn't fit. It's supposed to be the smaller one.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
I
the
just
map?
fucking grab whatever half the time.
Yeah, can I saw on the map?
Yeah. Susundenga.
God damn it.
I have Discord open on my second monitor, and so when you posted it, like, wait, map? Oh, for fuck's sake.
I saw it when I got over to the briefing area. I just left.
Which color are we going, Izari?
Still white.
Okay.
Probably both.
I'm trying to figure out colors for people because I'm just kind of like realizing stuff.
I mean, you gold and then a blue team, a red team, us white.
Just trying to figure out was it was the Chimera and Moxie where the and then the unfortunate part of them being then me and Moti is the other two. So whoever's got Modi is probably going to have to be the one leading the group around.
What?
I mean, technically,
Wait.
can also be the other people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're all big boys, hopefully.
Yeah, everybody can work together.
We gotta work together.
We're
What
a
are you, Minecraft, Steve?
community here.
I'm Steve.
Chicken rodeo.
I watched the movie. It's, yeah.
What the fuck?
Yesterday I sat down and Pud and Laud were talking about the memes from the movie. So I was like, you know what? Let's pull up Wikipedia and just dry read the plot off Wikipedia, and fucking Christ, it looked ass from the fucking description. Oh my god.
It is. But it's that kind of movie that you can watch high and it's gonna be an awesome movie.
Did you say retcon?
What?
Is that story in Minecraft? I haven't played Minecraft for 10 years or something.
Does Minecraft have a story? Not
Minecraft has a
really.
story.
It has a setting, but that's about the extent of it.
Yeah.
It's the story games, like the Telltale ones, I think.
Yeah, like there are some standalone stories within it, but
how are we getting there again? We flying there ourselves?
yeah, we'll probably just fly you guys over. Atlas has a couple craft on the ground that we'll fly you over with.
Okay.
Nice. I mean, yeah, they do that.
Once everyone's here. I think Azardi's the only one you're missing. He's double checking something in his kit.
Alright. Here I am, just kind of like, which team do I want to take with me? Doesn't really matter. Welcome back. Didn't hear you there. But hello.
So I'm back.
Oh,
There we
you go.
Alright, we'll probably just fly over with Atlas's transportation.
There's what, 8 of you? So yeah, you can all fit in one.
Yeah. I'll take red team and then blue team will take Moti.
Blue
What?
team? I got some blue team. Okay.
Is Blue going to Atlas and you to Redmaker then?
Oh, well, I'm thinking about it, seeing as
Yeah,
we're standing in the
the-
garage. Did you guys want any of your vehicles dropped into the city with you ahead of time? Either the tank or the armored car or anything?
Does anybody want a vehicle?
I mean, we don't have many people for crew, and they're gonna have their own on those positions, so it's probably fine if we don't.
Fair enough then.
Regular vehicles? Okay.
I just meant to, I forgot to ask because I knew you guys would have plenty of time to get those dropped off before the engagement, so.
Potentially a car to, if we need to move one team to the other spot quickly, but then we would need two to have, a car on each location for that.
Yeah.
I mean, to
probably
be
goes
fair,
like
it
it's,
is quite walkable as well, or runnable.
Around the
Just that we're a
hill.
bit slow. Yeah.
The Atlas
Yeah.
might have a few transport trucks that they drove their own men up with, and I think Leadmakers has one truck that they have parked from when they're going to be deploying. So you might be able to just bomb a vehicle in the field if you have to as well.
Especially if we need to go to the Vamba location.
Yeah. I think that'll probably be it then.
Alright, once you guys are ready to
You do look
deploy,
like
just let me
No
know
Man's
and
Sky
head
character.
outside and we'll get going. But
You even have the scanner on your backpack. You do look like No Man's Sky character.
oh,
No Man's Sky. While we were busy murdering people, we was playing No Man's Sky IRL.
camera.
So Johnny's also my buddy. So we're going to the Atlas mark, right, by?
We're gonna go to Leadmaker and they're gonna go to Atlas, I believe.
And
blue
team on the blue marker, red team on the red marker?
Yeah, it just kind of makes sense. Just kind of.
Being all logical and stuff here.
Moti stuff. We'll just drop off wherever the hell in the city and then get to our points.
Moti stuff, he just got out of an air vent. He did. He just noticed it? Yeah, I just now noticed it. You're really not much on him. I was more on the north part of the map.
Give an artist a canvas and they'll do whatever the fuck they want.
That's the secret final boss for the entire campaign in Emogus.
To answer for. I'd be surprised if there's not already a mod that does that.
Just gotta fight a bunch of people in red gear.
Do you what do you get?
No, it kills the AI, don't do it. Like the mission up. For an engaging post.
What do I need to engage?
It's massive, this is just a chair and this entire room.
Oh.
Like that's a single student room right there. The toilet in the back, chair in the front. It's also like a bed if you reclaim the back.
It is a pretty sizable room up in this thing.
I think the back is like only twice the size of your cockpit.
Yeah.
Not even. 1.5.
It's very roomy.
Wait, the compass is here as well? Which mod does it now? I thought it was part of Star Wars, the top of the screen compass with items. UI update or something?
They shouldn't. Maybe 8. Maybe 8.
I like it, I'm just surprised I thought it was part of the Star Wars path Flying compass. Yeah, out of
Yeah,
here.
there you are.
Nice. Quite easy.
I was flying to the wrong skyscraper.
I thought you were picking a single.
No, I just picked a reference point while flying and picked the wrong one.
Somebody has a notification on their phone.
That's your mom sent me your last OnlyFans picture.
Damn, your mom's loaded. She's an OnlyFans person? Shit, I should need to meet her. She might have some cash on her, too. Maybe a sugar mama.
That you remember this time you don't have a jetpack, so just jump off.
Yeah. I'll have the farm fly us. See where the building's gonna come.
It's kinda overlaid over here. Probably the northern one.
Probably northernmost one, yeah.
Bye, goodbye.
Bam. What? We're on the ground. Very good. I show that left group of building.
Round one to the square.
One of the square ones. I saw the right one, no? I get us on top of that. Not that this one?
I would say,
oh, this one is nice. It's got walls and everything. Yeah, that's like the big one. This one. I can have walls to lean on and everything. So that's our best bet.
Usually I possess these and I forgot this far, I don't possess that. Biz.
Alright, so we have good sight lines from where we are. Because of how high we are and the half walls on top of the buildings, we can't shoot at anything that's too far inside the city, but outside we have good range.
gotcha.
Alright, project manager, this hostile takeover. Sit rep over.
forces on the ground, just getting to our positions, and then we'll be set up, I think.
We still got a little bit of a window before the enemy starts their assault. Let us know when you're all established. Over.
Hey, firm.
Atlas. Okay.
Oh, we have a tent as well, so we can chill.
How's blue set up? We're looking for a position. We just found a decently, like, defensible building with sidelines. Gotcha.
It has a nice bipod.
This might be the best one, Mog, because to the left you have the trees
Well,
and
left
buildings.
is terrible. I'm just looking at that position, but
Could be good, but I think this building would be in the way because of angle. Like if they get too close, you just only will be able to shoot there, which is from here as well, pretty much the same.
yeah, I mean, this building
Yeah,
is
blue team, I don't know
sucky,
if you
but
there's a bunch of, like, not only
the only one
like, there's the trench
only
lines
thing I
close
can
to
see
you,
is
where the
one.
cranes are. They also have set up the trench lines behind the factory building toward your north, and another one facing east, northeast of the big factory.
Yeah, we see the east one. Good to know there's trenches with the north one as well.
Vi, you guys can probably set up on top of the parking garage. I'm just gonna see what the sightlines look like from the crane.
It's a construction site, but yeah.
Oh, no shit, it is.
Crane is risky with backblast, careful Bans.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and see what it looks like from up here. I probably won't set up here because it's super exposed.
Monkey, there is a potential of the
We have a couple good sightlines.
just east of us.
There's a lot of
On
trees
the
away from
balcony
up
over
here.
there.
I would not risk it.
Yeah, it's kinda too close and maybe too
Unfortunately, this upper point you can't really look over because the sandbags.
It's also on that side. If it was the other side,
I mean, if you ask politely, there's probably ways
If
to
it wasn't
remove
for
the
those
sandbags.
trees and buildings over here, I would consider the construction site, but it's
Or at
too
least, like, put a few holes in them.
yeah.
this is low enough to have a good like firing target
I mean,
and also elevated position.
the only
Thank you, Baron.
Just trees, the rest is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sightlines through the crane aren't good. There are too many trees.
Man, same.
I bet the view from the hospital is fucking great.
No, it's the short one. There's taller buildings in front of it.
Well,
if it was the Kavala brick hospital, sure it would be amazing, but it's the very small.
Hospital.
Oh, you have the big, like, white office buildings you can get on the roof of behind your lane.
We were considering it, yeah, but I think the building that we're on currently is gonna be in the way, especially with the tent.
I mean, again, like, that's pretty easy to solve.
I mean, yeah.
That cabinet can go, and you'd have good sightlines from the white tower buildings.
Yeah, Monkey, if you
I think
want
we're
to set up on
probably
the
gonna be set up on the
construction site.
I'm gonna check it out.
Pretty good sidelines apart from sort of in one direction. It's just buildings in the way, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, because you also have the construction sites across the street from you. That's not too bad.
It's mainly blocked by trees. That's the problem.
Yeah, there's so many trees to the north and the east, like you see nothing and you're high enough, you need to look down at this point. Also, I was going to sing One Direction song when you said the words, but I don't know any fucking song of theirs.
The now.
I know the Watermelon one, but I think it's not the entire crew, just one of them.
Just waiting on them to set up. I guess I could. Going on to pause the music once.
Do you have AR?
This is project manager.
Yes. You gun AR. Okay, just checking.
This is hostile takeover. Go.
I believe our ground forces are set up, so we're just gonna chill until things start.
Will do. We will hurry up and wait until enemy arrival.
South of your position, there's a car in between the buildings.
Hey, firm.
Alright, prepare for whenever contact starts. I don't know when, you know. Just gotta wait.
In 24 hours, presumably. We are a day early.
Yeah.
Mogged, you good?
I'm good. Just relocating to the different office building.
Is common net object enough to fucking backblast me?
Yes, it's a weird ace thing.
Well then, it's going down. Friendly shots.
Alright, office building's no go.
Yeah, there's trees in front of them directly, it's annoying. Plus our building as well.
I could probably knock a few tree down for tank.
That is true.
There is no problem, only solutions.
I'm lazy, so just pick the building in front.
The problem is I'm lazy.
We can check the construction if you're running already.
Way ahead of you.
Yeah.
The greasy tanks were like double 60 minutes, weren't it?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't think
Large infantry group incoming, blue MSR.
Copy.
Red MSR also incoming.
Directly from north.
Also large group of infantry. right side, they're about to appear on the main road, corner straight across from you.
That team about 15 to 20 infantry coming to you.
Oh, a fun time.
We had one time CBC on the, well, armored car rather, on the blue, but tank got it. I believe we're getting murdered.
Mox, you okay?
I'm good. Sounds like a rocket launcher.
5 times? 6? Oh, that's mortar shells. Definitely mortar shells. We got friendly bombers doing stuff.
Yeah, friendly.
We might need to take cover inside.
They stopped shooting.
Those were aimed at the vehicles.
The tank is pointing up.
Lamps again? Sorry, I'm not talking about you guys, I'm just trying to keep this going. Always fighting AI.
They're getting close.
Mock to the left of the building.
Because the guy was still inside it, he's just dead.
Monkey check. Okay. You were done more shells.
More rockets.
Red team on your left side. It's infantry now incoming. Just a little bit.
Like tree line side?
Yeah.
Northwest, between 300, 320. No movement anymore on the left side.
More targets downrange. They seem to be splitting into two, one going down the main road and one going to the western road. You're looking down there?
Yeah. He's close, I'm not gonna wander off.
Enemies possess ray gun weaponry. ARGs, looks like.
Yeah, a lot of them are packing the ARGs.
You good, Marshall?
Is there a lands order for defending?
Good news, I have a lot more.
Red team, a lot more incoming north.
Advise lead makers have taken, I would say, probably about quarter casualties.
Okay.
Atlas looks fine, infantry-wise. Is that okay?
Lead makers taking a pounding. I've counted at least like 5 to 10 dead.
Probably DRD.
Most likely, yeah.
Project manager, this has to take over.
Send for project manager.
Giving you a battles sitcom update. The robots have fired off a signal that they've been engaged. Doesn't look like they've really taken any heavy casualties yet. We've heard some sporadic skirmishes from Union as well, but nothing concrete. Letting you know what's going on around the field. Over.
Hey, firm.
Both the Union and the robots have been taken combat.
No winner. Nice one, Max.
Let's see if I can score some more MG ammo.
There's still some Sparty contacts. Or at least one on the main road.
Fucking AI if you don't know what's Damn.
Enemies coming between the buildings. The issue of having just one medic.
Just one.
Lamb.
Careful, Monkey.
I'm good.
Fucking Grizzly is angry.
Yeah, the tank's being pretty angry over here.
I can see NPCs. I'm just gonna stay in the building.
Every time there's mortars, I'm clenching on the rooftop.
Those are not mortars, so the rockets are being built.
There is a building that is being demolished in front of us.
The APC is angry.
It hungers.
It needs more enemies.
I mean, hey now, Pence, there's a bunch more dead bodies out there.
You know, with how much that IFV's firing, I'm not sure I want to leave the safety of this building.
But red side looks clear at the moment.
Project manager, hostile takeover. Urgency update for you.
Send it.
Thing is mowing
Union
down fucking
is reporting
platoon of
heavy
infantry in the
contact.
wood
They're
line.
taking casualties a lot faster than expected. They're probably going to need reinforcement or they're not going to hold. Over.
Hey,
I
Sam,
feel
we'll
slightly
regroup.
safer. I'm gonna push out.
Union are taking heavier contact and are being pushed. Needs reinforcements, so I guess we're just gonna move over there now.
Hey, Coma, come down here. There's a bunch of machine gunners. You can grab some extra ammo.
Thank you. How copy, people?
Copy.
I will stay here and keep an eye out.
Yeah, you two are fine up there.
We're gonna move in a second, just engaging a big push.
Sadly, we don't have a free view on Green Union, so we cannot say what you expect there.
What's time for that position then? Thank you, tree. Thank you. Thank you. Good job, me, for dropping a tree into the. How much they need? Take the driver's seat. Ugh, fucking Arma. That's jankness.
Blue, you have a truck incoming.
That'll do it.
size is the way to do this.
Bands. What's up?
We found it. It's got no fuel in it.
It should have fuel in it now. I just took fuel out of it. It's the AI when I drive off with it.
Okay.
Fly's last message didn't transmit. Fuck no.
Okay, blue team is moving now.
There's also a truck you can borrow in front of the hospital if you need blue team, I think.
Alright, project manager. Union's reporting that they're being overrun. They're trying to pull back deeper into their position, but it's not going well for them.
Copy.
Union's being overrun, so I need a higher payload.
We're just getting the truck.
Lots of gunfire. Large contact end of the road, north side.
But you guys showed up? There's about 60 of them at the coming over the hill. They used a lot of grenades and just nuked our position and then pushed in after they'd thrown like several dozen grenades. We don't know how many there are, at least 60 or so.
Alrighty.
There's at least 60 or so, roughly. Unsure, actually. They use grenades to push the position.
Now I need to bring. Little bit left. Not one guy, I wanna fuck.
I'm letting the 40 bang.
I am singing.
Whatever works.
There's a push coming on the red point. It doesn't seem too bad for now, just infantry.
They're pushed up. I am hurt badly.
Project managers, hostile takeover. Red Hawks are back on station with more cast availability. Do you need it on the Union position? Over.
We seem good on Union at this current moment in time, just infantry contacts, nothing heavy.
Affirmative, they'll move back to hitting other positions on the other things.
Hey, fam.
Sorry if I hit you, Moxie. I'm in a lot of pain.
You did not.
Good thing I'm in a lot of pain.
Friendly aircraft are going to deal with some stuff.
Where's Moody?
I'm here near Union pointing. I left
Behind you, behind you.
Definitely out of Union bodies.
There's a big infantry push coming on blue point too.
They should be fine. They're on full strength.
Plenty of ammo around, Monty.
What?
Plenty of ammo around on the bodies.
Just parking my loot goblin vibes here.
I mean, you need ammo, so.
I used 8 mags in the defense of this.
Another infantry push on the red position.
I use 4.
Going push.
Big one.
We got a vehicle coming down the road.
Yeah, like 10 men, 12 men, max plus.
I'm gonna use the rocket right on there.
Hit it once, APC. Or a light tank. I think this one. Yeah, not shooting, I'm pointing up. Big push though.
If we can get grenades out
They're cresting the uphill on the road now.
Apparently you can get hurt even inside the cover or something like that.
There's a lot of guys coming.
Can I open
There.
it?
At least 40.
Oh, the tank does. Roll to see if it survived its damage or not. I have to roll to do that because I have a mod set up so that nothing instantly blows up when it like takes a hit. Mainly to prevent like mass player wipe just from like the
How
normal
are you
accidents or
holding the
whatever.
road? There was just enemy on it. You're right. He's pushing you.
I've been hit.
Understand.
Yeah, but the downside is it means in theory they
can't
could
do the
steal
beat, man.
literally every vehicle in existence because nothing gets destroyed.
someone kill the vehicle?
Might have just cooked off, like, I don't know.
Someone has spotted that. Maybe AI did.
Yeah, it's a balancing act, 'cause otherwise they'd be able to steal
Striker
literally
all lost
everything. And it would kind of invalidate the economy system if they're able to steal every vehicle possible.
It's like 3 down the road.
They've been really unlucky with the vehicle rolls, though, for them not getting blown up. They have actually blown up quite a few of the vehicles themselves, but... To be fair, when they lost their own aircraft, they were able to save it and salvage it, so they rolled really well in that regard.
All guys dealt with fence grenade down, motors on.
Oh, okay.
I think we're gonna start having the enemy attack. I mean, they did really well on all the missions leading up to this battle. They had a lot of preparation for it. They found almost every piece of hidden intel they could find during the previous missions. Or the other stuff, like this enemy force that was going to attack this town, I designed like months and months ago, and I haven't changed it because it was just going to be the fixed value that they would be able to build up towards, and they've built up a pretty strong force to resist it. Then why it doesn't look like there's much going on. That's because the players have kind of
How's it going on in the city?
handled.
It's going fine. There's another push coming on both points. Blue point still only light infantry, red point infantry and a few AT.
Nathan.
First.
Manager to take over.
This is hostile takeover.
It is currently quiet on the Union front. Don't know where the Union have gone, though they probably ran away because of loss of numbers. Don't really know what else to update on that. Any message from bots?
The bots are still signaling and engaged. It looks like they've taken a few casualties, but they haven't gone dark yet. Redhawks are doing flybys around the approach vectors, and it looks like there's a thinning in the enemy. More than likely, they just did not have any idea we were prepped for them. Union guy, leader of them, has just reported in. They have about a squad left of men still there. They're just kind of like regrouping in the back. They're reporting like 90% casualties on their front. Hang on, I'm getting info from one of the strike bats. They're flying over the other two effectors on red and blue. Wait one. Alright, project manager, else to take over.
Send.
Right. Looks like the enemy numbers that are attacking on the other roads, they're not seeing any build up any further on the red and blue lines. It looks like those forces have mostly dealt with. Anything they have left seems like they're turning around and just bailing out on this plan. I think they've been inflicting enough casualties on that front. Seems to be the same way on the Union side as well. That being said, the robot numbers are... lost radio. The robot signals are dropping
What's our
fast.
orders now?
They might be getting overrun. We don't know for sure. Over.
Copy and understood. Chance that there'll be an attack on the Union side if we were to pull away?
It seems pretty likely. Enemy forces seem to be dwindling pretty hard. I don't think they were expecting this well prepared of a defense.
Alright, plan is to pull from Union and head towards the bots. Would that be fine?
Those tracks for longer and stuff them as needed.
Project manager copies, or hostile takeover copies out.
Bot signals are going dark fairly rapidly. We're going to pull back to the vehicles, head to, south towards the robots area.
Roger. Copy.
As an overall, hostile forces are, not expecting this pushback, so their forces are dwindling and they're slowly pulling away.
On an addendum as well, because the fronts on the other positions are dying out. If you want your sniper team to magically take an elevator down and meet up with you guys, you can do that. But if you want to leave them there, that's fine too.
Does the Sadi and Sayun want to come down?
If you want us, we can, but we're fine here otherwise. As you wish.
If you're happy where you are, then I can leave you where you are.
We are happy.
Thanks pretty much single-handedly holding that flank now. Been awake since 5 AM for some overtime at work and you can feel it? Oh, I believe you. Time for the last battle. It's being a lot slower test tonight. Like I said, the players are just super well prepared. Any like trick the enemy had, they were able to find. Like, if they missed any of the intel about the battle plans, if they missed any of the... Or if they found the battle plans too late, they wouldn't have been able to call in the extra PMC forces. Or if they didn't save the Union or the robot forces at one point, the enemy forces tried to blow up the factory that was housing all the robot platoon that they currently have on this flank. They're able to barter and successfully negotiate with the local militia forces, so they were able to get those guys on call. So even though they got wiped out, it was still extra bodies they could put out on the line. Worked pretty good for them. These guys are not dying as quickly as I thought they would. And that bug where they're not wanting to move again. Fucking hate AI pathing in this game, man, where they just start walking in place for obvious reasons.
Enemies east.
Fucking move, dumbasses. Go.
Possibly southeast. There we go.
Damn it, they're fucking not moving. Christ. I did not know what causes the AI to get stuck. Holy Christ, it's so bad. At this point we just need to reset them because it's just not fucking working. Why do they got a guy way back there?
I'm still up.
Sarcoma still up. For context to the east, count 5 with thermals.
I forgot they have thermals.
Having us sporadically contact to the south on the crest.
Yeah, stop being stuck, dumbass. Oh shit.
Thermals look clear for now. Not seeing anything northeast or southeast.
I assume Moti's up there.
Correct.
You looting again, Magdi?
No, I'm just checking, double checking.
Bots are like 90% gone.
Yeah.
I think I saw maybe 3 still alive.
Alive, you say?
Don't forget, Pans tried CPR on a bot.
They have internal workings that make them alive.
Hey, artificial life is still alive.
Artificial life.
Combat mechanic and software engineer.
I was going to sing it, but I don't remember the first line. Aperture science, there we go.
5. And their commander's still alive, so there's that.
Southeast.
East.
Ah, they got it.
Ooh. That was
A very brave fucker.
That's a grenade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw the blue field around him was okay.
That's me. The game figure I crashed here apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have the song stuck now.
Skoosh.
It's a good song though.
Hostile, this is Project.
Go for hostile.
I was about
I almost shot
to
at you.
start saying
You
they
were
were
looking
silent
like,
here, but a couple of shots just started ringing out, but it's quieter here than it was when we arrived.
Hey, firm. It's probably safe to say the
He's a
bulk
spy.
of, that was probably the last organized group that was attacking the town. More likely it took them longer to engage, seeing as they were on foot in the jungle. We're going to assume that's probably the last of their big pushes, so clean up that area and then check in with the other areas.
I'm using the tech we have, okay?
We'll start cleaning up.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, phone.
Mark 1 eyeballs, baby.
It's whatever century it is.
Alright, let's make sure that we've cleaned up here and then we'll check in elsewhere, I guess. Maybe pop back over to Vumba. But how's it going over at the city, Saudi and Sai?
Clear for now. It's pretty quiet on the two main points at the moment.
Yeah, the APC and tanks got a very good job on repelling the attacks.
Alright, so for the most part there shouldn't be any more attacks then. I assume if people are looting then it's clear enough for us to get moving.
Yeah, if you guys are 180 guys, I'm looking for myself.
Okay, I can wait for that then. Just don't go too far. If you have to start chasing in, that means it's pulling away.
Hostiles! Danger! Okay, suppressing! Stay sharp!
Alright, project manager, this hostile takeover. Element leads for the other forces are reporting either no contact or sporadic, like, single shooter contact at this point. Union survivors have reset up at their position. They're saying it's pretty much all been cleared out. They've been cleaning up and keeping an eye out, but they haven't seen anything since what hit them earlier happened.
Alright, I'm pulling back to the truck.
Hey, firm. Shall we start boogieing back to the city, or?
There's probably not going to be much more for you guys to do. Clean up where you want. If you want to sweep some of the other areas, you can. Otherwise, just start assembling your team at the governor's mansion for debrief and RTB. Over.
Hey, Fab.
We'll be gathering back up at the governor's mansion for debrief.
That guy's gonna end up falling off and dying. Yeah, no worries, Charlie. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you later. Get some rest. Yeah, I broke it here. It's fine. Fighting little sporadic vehicles, there would be no point in throwing them in at this point.
Whoever is driving, he's fast.
That's Vi in one of them, QJ in the other.
Hello.
Hello, help us down.
Yeah, you can take the elevator.
Send us directly to the governance thingy.
I cast you fly now.
How's your day? Healing? Okay.
Good for debrief.
Fuck up the plan is this.
Where did you?
Hello, hello.
Hello.
New uniform. We done?
Yeah, you guys have wrapped up combat.
Okay.
Yeah, so the enemy attack happened pretty much verbatim how the plans were that you guys found. All the prep work and everything you guys did, the extra forces you either saved throughout the course of this contract or hired on in the case of lead makers, ended up making a pretty significant difference. The vast majority of the enemy forces got wailed on before they could even make a significant dent. The only two sides that ended up being a struggle were the Union end and the robot end, which you guys shored up and handled. That will be a conclusion to this contract on this planet. Atlas is very appreciative of your efforts. Mechanically, you guys got some relation points with the PMCs. Lead makers are obviously appreciative because you guys got them a contract, so they got an easy pay job. Redhawks like you a little bit now because you guys worked with them pretty well. Atlas relations have gone up. They're going to be opening a line to you for their automaton forces. They'll be opening up the option for just setting up a little like workshop maintenance area in one of the empty rooms on the ship. So if you guys decide you want to start hiring some or purchasing some AI troopers, we'll work out the mechanics for that. You'll have that going forward. Obviously, you guys unlocked the Kodiak rifle during this endeavor working with Atlas. Loot-wise, anything you guys picked up along the way is just yours. There's no like vehicle payments or anything this time. The only vehicles that you potentially could have stole blew up during combat, so no dice on that front. Any questions about any of that?
Where to next?
Yeah, I'll have to start writing up the, I was gonna ask you guys about that player-wise. I can either start prepping another set of contracts for you guys to pick from, or we can take a break from SciFi for a bit and do some other little one-off, like 3 or 4 mission campaign if you guys want to break from this. I don't particularly mind.
Spread out enough to not be like overwhelming, I think, with the big ops and stuff.
Little change of pace for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Once a month we do a SciFi.
With the,
Yeah, obviously we got big off for the next 2 weeks, so that's that, and Bosnia might have another Stalker thing ready by the time that's done. So, yeah, I guess all we got left to do today is restockpile all your guys' stuff, do any purchasing you want. Payouts, the standard 2 crates for this one. The extra money they might have gave you for payout went towards hiring the other PMC, so there's no spare funds for this one. Atlas was pretty tapped out cash-wise. Yeah, I don't even remember how many crates you guys have right now.
18 with payout.
TJ knows.
Oh, yeah, TJ the accountant.
I am putting notes live.
So, yeah, that's the gist of this contract. Hope you guys had fun today. I know it was a little bit short, but I was telling people on the stream earlier, you guys just had so much prep work over the past couple sessions. Anything possible you could have done to make this fight easier, you did, whether you knew it or not. So, Like, you guys had an extra PMC, you saved the robots that were attacking the warehouse. You ended up getting the Union to show up, even though they mostly got wiped out. They were still bodies you could put on the line, so... If it was just you guys, the one PMC, or just you guys and the Atlas Force that came in, it would have been a lot fucking worse. So, plus, you guys also found the fucking plans for their entire attack path, so let the friendly forces set up much better defenses for it at a time. So, you know.
Those like tanks and APCs just did the fucking heavy lifting.
Yeah, Bloodmakers was the good call to bring in, because they're, out of the 3 PMCs you guys have worked with, they're the ones that specialize in like armored combat and like heavy arms, so they were the best fit for the
Well, it also
the job.
complements us the best because, you know, they have armored vehicles and we don't really, so...
Yeah, you guys got 1 tank, I think, in your reserve. And then an armored car, I guess, that you guys stole a long time ago.
And then the frog. Yeah.
It makes sense. Just,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Found. He needed someone to hold the line or take the fight to them, and well, best choice.
I'd say it worked out pretty well. As far as armors go, Atlas, you already have access from the start. Their 2 armors. The Mercer's their first generation armor that you guys started with, and then the Ronin armor that they were wearing today. It's recently went on the market anyway for public purchasing. So the only other armor they have is the Samurai armor, and that's pretty prima donna stuff to the comparison of like the Imperial Wasp or the Imperial Guard Sentinel armor. Or not the Imperial, the Republic Sentinel armor. But you guys will have access to robot troops by the time we pick this back up again. Whether you decide you want to have it as someone can play as a robot, or just have some AI throwaway troops just to throw at something when you need some extra bodies. Figure out mechanics for it. Yeah, that's all. I don't think I have anything else to debrief. Any other lingering questions or points of bring up?
All good.
Alright, well, you guys just want to teleport back to the ship so we can save the few minutes on the flight, or do you want to fly back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let me drag my Zeus interface over here.
Gonna make this PMC group.
It's a new technology.
Goodness, we're in the enemy.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of them. Okay.
Okay, so we jump the stuff back to the tape. Ah, okay.
There you go. Make sure to pack your mags and don't put stuff that need to be in there.
Repack the mags.
Repack the mags, remove all your attachments.
Yeah, remove red helmet from the gun.
I don't have to repack mags.
Alright, guys. Well, they're going to be cleaning that up for a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and end stream here. There's not really much else to say. They're just going to be doing cleanup, maybe some light shopping, but there's nothing really worth streaming at this point. I appreciate you guys hanging out. I'll try to be back tomorrow. Emphasis on the try. Either maybe some chill Helldivers daily. I do want to. I'll probably pick up Commander Quest. It was a really fun indie game that I had a lot of fun playing.
Gotta get close enough to the
Back when
I forgot we got fucking
the demo stuff was going on, so I might pick that up.
Yeah, we got more pizzas as well.
But yeah, you guys have a good of your night and
just vibing with them
tomorrow. Bye bye. Oh, excuse me.